If you're in marketing and you're not focused on cool, unique things to be doing, and you're not focused on like brand and like what does that do, I think your time, you're going to see a lot of jobs eliminated in marketing, 100% around demand generation.
What are some ways that humans can never be replaced? God, when I say that, it's like, wait, what about AI? Like, isn't that by definition gonna replace all the humans?
That's exactly right, my friend.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. That's how you gotta look at it. What we think is possible in 10 to 20 to 30 years, we're gonna look back and be like, we lived in the Stone Age, right? Like what AI is gonna be able to do. I'll tell you this, for the next 5 to 10 years, what you can do is be creative. When I think about sales and marketing in particular, it's that ability to adapt, to come up with a random idea, to try, to experiment. So I think where AI can do is it can start to suggest maybe holes to go find. Hey, you should maybe say it this way. You know, we're already getting there with speech and sentiment. Like writing cold emails, things like that, like the machines will be able to adapt that, but the creativity about what particular piece of content and how to word it, that's where the human comes in.
Everything is going to be replaceable. So kind of like understanding how to keep people like feeling the pressure, like they need to step up and like be a human and find ways to make human interactions valuable, but also like not totally afraid of the AI takeover, you know?
But why be afraid of it? Like, what's the point? I mean, if I'm in marketing, things like what type of copy should we write?
Yeah.
Writing basic articles, like what SEO will look like in 3 to 5 years is probably going to be a joke.
There's already generators that'll write entire blogs for you. You put in your keywords, you put in your topics, you put in your links, and they'll like spit out a blog.
Then why wouldn't everyone just do that?
Because I do think they're not there yet where it like, as soon as you click into that blog, I could be like, yeah, that was written by a robot. You know what I mean?
Depends on what the point of your blog is,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Like, I would argue that the point of the blog today, more than ever, is about highlighting the person that wrote it and SEO help around a topic.
Yeah.
I mean, I get a feeling if you're in marketing and you're not focused on cool, unique things to be doing, and you're not focused on like brand and like what does that do, I think your time, you're going to see a lot of jobs eliminated in marketing, 100% around demand generation,
I agree.
basic activities for 100%. I think it's the same, we'll see it on the sales side around the sales development role, like getting basic information. People are being more and more self-guided, whether it's chat bots, whether it's the way that I want to interact to get basic questions answered. So I think that's going to be a big piece, you know, and you think even about managing your customers, right? Imagine AI being able to nurture them. Hey Becky, I know you're interested in these 4 things about our product. I know you've logged in, and they can match your login data with your preferences. They can look at all the micro details about how to move people from current usage to power usage and drip them, which again is more of marketing.
Yeah.
Whenever companies had, in B2B in particular, companies have access to all the information about the product. When the information about your product and your competition becomes ubiquitous, meaning I can get that information anywhere, the role of sales really changes.
So I think investing in the nuances as opposed to investing in how to execute a machine factory floor, which is what a lot of sales organizations are coming, that is the way that you will stay relevant. You know, that if you are in sales, you should be investing in your emotional intelligence, you should be investing in your psychology skills, studying the art side of sales as well as the science side. You know, look, car factory floors still need humans, but they got a lot less humans than they did 5 years ago and 20 years ago and 30 years ago, and that's not going anywhere, right? So AI, I think, you know, the next 5 to 10 years, that's how you're gonna differentiate. 2040, what's AI gonna look like? I mean, I can't imagine we're still using email. Email is just this archaic communication of like, it'll continue to be more instantaneous. It will just have more instantaneous feedback, which is why I'm so big on like building your professional brand. But why investing in yourself to build a brand right now is so critical is one, there's finally a platform to build a professional brand, and that's LinkedIn. It never existed this way. LinkedIn wasn't even used for this stuff like 3-4 years ago, right? And the professional brand is something that will never go away. AI cannot replace Caleb as an amazing videographer that people want to work with.
The big thing that's going to up is going to be virtual reality, right? Virtual reality is going to be what will really change the game on how we interact. When in 20 years, like, you don't even get out of your house and we all like commute to work, like, it's gonna like virtual reality now is getting to a point, and I think that's what's AI will just shrink certain things, but virtual reality is what will disrupt our. It's what's gonna disrupt our whole way of being.
Yeah.
Face-to-face meetings, never.
Yeah. I mean,
You're just
Zoom's
saying
already
like
working
that
on
executive's gonna put on their headset. You're gonna put on your headset. I'm not traveling to Akron.
Right.
You know.
But to that same point, we did find that study that showed that companies that have been reducing their business travel have been losing. Today, 5 to 10 years from now. That's fair.
If like, why are you flying to Akron? It's like you're right here. Like, I can see you. If you've seen virtual reality, like, it's like real life.
It's insane.
Not like weird Black Mirror real life, but.
I mean, but it could be
It will be.
eventually.